Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Hentges with Beyond the Chart, and in this technical analysis of the stock market video, we're going to take a look at the market action for the last week and show you why the S&P 500 seems to be telling us we've got a lot more to the downside. So stay tuned. All right, let's start off here with the New York Composite. In the New York Composite, we got a big bounce, as all the indices did on Thursday, Friday, and Friday was up 200 points. Well, actually yeah, that's correct. I thought I was looking at a weekly for a minute. Now, here is where previous support came in the August and September bottoms. We kind of paused in there and then, crashed down through it on Thursday of the week before. I think it was Thursday. Maybe it was Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday, actually, because we had a 4-day week this week. Yeah, it was Wednesday. So now this is potential resistance, I think. I'm watching this, and we'll see how the market reacts when it bounces up into this area here. So that's what we'll be watching closely. Russell 2000, same kind of thing. Now, the Russell 2000 has had a pretty good, strong move down here. Kind of a shallow retracement here from this high. Here's leg 1, 2, strong wave 3. Looking for a 4 coming back up, and we'll have to just look to see. Let's take a quick look on the retracement just to see what we might get if we had a 38% retracement, bring you back up to about 1035. A 50% bring you to 1060. So I think at a minimum, we're probably going to get to 1035. And then the real question is, how far further do we pull back? Let's take a look on the weekly chart, the S&P 500. There was a clear head and shoulders. Okay, and let's take a look. And here's what I'm talking about right here: shoulder, head, and shoulder. Now, we broke through it on the previous week. This is a weekly chart. So the previous week, we broke through that neckline and closed below it. Now, we've pulled back up into it. That doesn't, just because we've done that, doesn't mean that it's a negative. There it goes away. Let me go ahead and clear out of this, get back to my mouse. And so here's the reversal bar, big, strong, looks like, for you folks who are fans of candlestick, that looks like a hammer. You got to get follow through to assure that something's really moving, like right in here. We did get it, and we did get some follow through. This has been a pretty strong down market. Now, just from the head and shoulders pattern alone, the projected minimum move is down here at 1640. Okay. Now, I have got projections on Elliott Wave that I've done for my insider members. It gets you close also. I'm not going to go into that in this video, but the head and shoulders does project to 1640. Let's take a look at the VIX. The VIX has pulled back strongly. We thought we had a big bottoming pattern. I'm going to leave it for now because this still may come back up in here. We'll just have to see what happens. All the moving averages are aligned as it turned up, but it just may break down. I mean, it's just, you just never know. You got to continue to watch it. Now, the head and shoulders on the HYG, the high yield bond fund, that minimum move was hit this last week. Okay, and this head and shoulders pattern I have had, and this projected target I've had for many, many months. This chart has been out here, so this is nothing new. This is not something I just created. And you can see this is a big complex head and shoulders pattern that had been forming. The tremendous rounding over that's occurring here with the high yield bond fund. And, it just rounds over, and it sure looks like and acts like it wants to collapse. I mean, that's just the way it's been acting. And, you've got to take it at face value as to what it's doing. And so that's the, see if I get that back into here. There we go. So that's the picture. Now we got the same kind of candle on the high yield bond fund. Let's take a look at oil. I think everybody knows what oil's doing. Oil had the big move up on Friday, 9% move on Friday. So a huge pop, and again putting in this kind of potential reversal candle at the bottom, and we'll see what kind of follow through we get. Gold, not so much. Gold kind of pushing sideways in here. I still think, the real question on gold is this the move? Is it trying to make it and break through this ending diagonal pattern? Or are we in this phase and we still have one more leg down and comes back down here? And then this 5 would be down over here, and so would C. So that's the real question: is do we continue the up move? We just have to watch it. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so today I'm going to take a look at Apple, Amazon, and American Express, 3As. Let's take a look at Apple on a daily, and you can see the big bounce that happened on Friday on Apple. Very nice. Pull back up. We are getting some divergence in here. We had this head and shoulders pattern. The minimum expected move was met back here on January 6th. And so now the real question is what kind of follow through and how far do we pop? Apple, I do think on a longer term basis that there's been 5 major impulse waves, an impulse sequence completed, 5 waves up. And I do think we are in correction mode. You know, just because we're in correction mode, it doesn't mean we can't bounce. And you're going to see that. You get vicious bounces in bear mode. Let's take a look at Amazon. We can do Amazon next. And Amazon, same thing. I do think we've seen 5 major waves up on Amazon. You can see how this has come down. This was in an, let me zoom back out. This was in an ending channel for the 5th wave. We had 5 primary waves, really strong, super strong. Wave 3, which is typical of a wave 3, then a 4, and then we got this 5th wave, come back hard. Now we're bouncing a little bit, and again, you're going to get these types of bounces. All you have to do is look at corrective patterns. Look at when stocks are making moves down, you get vicious bounces. I mean, that's just, it's going to happen. So continue to watch that. Take a look on a weekly basis. Amazon weekly. Here we go. And here again is the pattern. This is what we just looked at on a daily basis. Pretty sharp move that we've had in here. Let's take a look, and you can see if we go back out, this is the kind of move. Now, this is not on semi-log right now because it just shows the dramatic move in here. But we got the same kind of candle on a weekly basis. So we could, and you know, this 21-week moving average is pretty strong up. We could get another counter trend pop up and try to retest, maybe close this gap. I'm not saying that we aren't going to get, you know, pullbacks, and we could get that on Amazon. And then the last one we'll take a look at is American Express, and this is a lot more negative. American Express was killed yesterday, down 12% in one day. But you can see what it had been doing. It had been rounding over after it broke this major trend line in here. And does it get vicious bounces? Yeah, look at the rally. And so could we bounce back up off this? Yeah, I think we're very close to support. Let's take a look at Amazon on a weekly basis. Not Amazon, American Express on a weekly basis. And I drew a dotted line in here where we got support back in here on June 2012 and November 2012, slightly below the low of this last week of yesterday. So I think right here in the 53 range, I think we could get some support. Maybe it'll get a little lower in here. So somewhere in this range, I think support's going to come in on American Express. But a lot of damage has been done in. It could get support, get a bounce, and then we'll just see where we go from there. But let's see the longer term picture. You can see here's the big picture of the entire from the 80s all the way up. You can see how this trend line was smashed back in 2008. We rallied back. And now it looks like, it's rounding back down again. So, all right, that's the picture for today, for the weekend. Hope you found that helpful. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. And if you're not an insider member, come on over to the website, check it out, and see what we got to offer. I think there's a lot of good stuff that keep you really tuned into the market and with great trade ideas. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.